Hello and a warm welcome to you for joining us once again on another interesting and exciting segment of the newspaper review right here on TAF TV, Port Harcourt, River State, Nigeria. My name is Cyril Aloysius and as usual in a short while I will bring you the newspaper headlines for today, the 5th day of April 2022. But before I do that, we'll go on a quick break, and when we return, the newspaper headlines all for you. Do stay with us.
Have you registered for your permanent voter's card? I mean, your PVC. There is a Nigeria we all seek, a place where love, peace, security, and unity can reign supreme.
Waste no time. We want a country where peace and justice will be the order of the day.
Unfortunately, there's a problem. One big challenge this generation has to solve.
Our country cries for help every day. We need able and capable hands to lead and direct.
These capable hands can be you. Have you gotten your PVC? Have you registered for the ongoing voting process? Don't say your vote does not count. Yes, it does.
Have you gotten your PVC? Your apathy towards Nigeria's electioneering process will further inhibit our collective growth and development as a nation. Your refusal to participate and engage will keep us at a standstill. So be intentional.
I have my PVC. Your votes, your voice would go a long way in preventing absolute destruction of this country and the future of our children, the hope of tomorrow.
The 2023 Nigerian elections are just around the corner. Go out and get heard. Don't forget, your vote, your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by TAF Media Limited. You're welcome back from that short break, and taking you straight now to our first paper for today. We have amongst the headlines in the Punch. This one here says, heavy criticism for FG as 24 states lose foreign investment. Heavy criticism for FG as 24 states lose foreign investment. That's on page 2 of the Punch. And next in the Punch, we have NYSC inaugurates skill acquisition center. NYSC inaugurates skill acquisition center. That's on page 25 of the Punch. And next in the Punch, we have grieving husband tackles Lagos hospital as wife dies during childbirth. Grieving husband tackles Lagos hospital, I beg your pardon, as wife dies during childbirth. That's on page 4 and 5 of the Punch. And next we have here, angry youths block Lagos-Ibadan expressway. Angry youths block Lagos-Ibadan expressway, protest bad governance. That's on page 5 of the Punch. And next in the Punch, we have train attack reps grill security chiefs today. 146 passengers unreachable. That's on page 24 of the Punch. And next in the Punch, we have FG, ASU trade blame as strike enters 50th day. FG and ASU trade blame as strike enters 50th day. That's on page 9 of the Punch. And lastly in the Punch for today, we have Saraki, Tambuwal and Mohammed move to block zoning. PDP may favor consensus. Saraki, Tambuwal, Mohammed move to block zoning. PDP may favor consensus. That's on page 20 of the Punch. All right. You want more details on those headlines you heard? Do get a copy of the Punch newspaper for yourself. Okay, taking you straight now to our next paper for today. We have amongst the headlines in the Daily Sun. This one here says, bandits strike on Abuja-Kaduna Road. Bandits strike on Abuja-Kaduna Road. Abduct villagers after IGP declared highway safe. Gunmen kill son of security chief. 2 others in Zamfara. That's on page 5 of the Daily Sun. All right. Next we have how to prevent recurrent stroke according to study. How to prevent recurrent stroke according to study. That's on page 3 of the Daily Sun. All right. And straight now to the next headline, we have blackout for 73-meter mobile phone subscribers. Blackout for 73-meter mobile phone subscribers. FG orders deactivation of unlinked lines. FG orders deactivation of unlinked lines. And next we have train attack. Train attack. 146 passengers unreachable. 14 found alive, according to NRC boss on page 27 of the Daily Sun. Right. Lastly, in the Daily Sun, we have sit at home. Soludo promises criminals hell. Sit at home. Soludo promises criminals hell. That's on page 6 of the Daily Sun. Okay, you want more details on those headlines you heard in the Daily Sun newspaper? Do get a copy of the paper for yourself. All right, taking you straight now to our next and last paper for today. We have amongst the headlines in this day newspaper. This one here says, Nigeria's presidential options. The die is cast. Nigeria's presidential options. The die is cast. Who amongst these aspirants will be chosen by Nigeria's changing electorate? That's on page 10 of this day. All right, next in this day we have presidential ticket. PDP zoning committee decides today. Presidential ticket. PDP zoning committee decides today. That's on page 8 of this day. And next in this day we have 2023. Malami declares for Kebbi governor. Promises not to betray his supporters. That's on page 34 of this day. Malami declares for Kebbi governor. Promises not to betray his supporters. And lastly on this day we have JNI. Any government incapable of protecting citizens lacks moral justification to be in power. Any government incapable of protecting citizens lacks moral justification to be in power, says continuous mayhem, killings, carelessness, automatically resetting people's psyche to accept situation as normal. Right? Thank you so much for staying faithful. That's the much we can take on today's newspaper headlines. And right about now, it's high time we move over to our discussion segment. And before we do that, we'll go on a quick break. And when we come back, straight to our discussions segment. Do stay with us.
Hey there! Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Okay, you're welcome back from that short break, and joining me in today's discussion segment is one of our popular faces. That's by that person I mean Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor, you're welcome to join me on the show today.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Victor, straight to the business of the day. Amongst the major headlines in today's papers is the casting of the names of aspirants for the 2023 general elections. Okay, so I don't know if you have anything to say concerning these aspirants.
Okay, just like the This Day paper said today, presidential potentials in alphabetical order. I like how they had to put the alphabetical order so that we don't see them maybe saying from, if they scatter, if they bring it against the alphabetical order, persons might be like, this person is more powerful than this person. So they started alphabetically. They have Atiku here. Atiku is PDP North. He's from Adamawa State, former vice president of the nation during the Obasanjo's regime. Now, just like before, he wants this power. Mind you, the last time he was gunning for it under the umbrella of PDP, yes. And P2B was his vice, his VP.
But a lot of people actually say he is power thirsty and power hungry. Do you think this is true?
Well, that's what people say. I want to stay as neutral as I can be in this profiling. Okay. So now, by the end of today, we will know, because his weakest points right now is that the PDP insinuations are saying the PDP wants to zone it to the south.
Yes.
Okay. So we will know by the end of the day whether the zoning committee will come out and zone it to the north or to the south. Okay. So that's that for him. We have Amechi Rotimi. Amechi Rotimi is the Minister of Transportation, former governor of Rivers State for 8 years. Actually, he was a speaker before becoming Speaker of the State House of Assembly before becoming the governor. Now he's the minister. Okay, Amechi, what are his strong points? His strong point is that he's intelligent. You can't take that away from him. And he has his connections. Actually, he has his connections. And mind you, when he moved from the PDP to APC, the PDP felt it that a strong person has left them. In as much as Nwike carried the power, the mantle here in Rivers State. But Amechi is a strong contender by my own analysis. We have
but sorry, still on Amechi, being an APC person, do you think this is like a strong chance of him actually getting there?
Actually, if they are able to zone it to the south, I think, mind you, he's not yet out. He has not publicly, mind you, these lists more of potential candidates, both the ones that have declared and ones that have not yet declared. So if I strongly think that if he's zoned to the south, he is a strong contender because he has the age too, and he is intelligent, just like I mentioned too. And from people in the south, I see him as somebody that really favored the north with respect to the transportation system there. He was able to make quite a number of rail lines for them.
So you feel as a result of that he could get the nod from the north?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So moving forward, we have sorry guys. Moving forward, we have Amosun Ibukunle. Amosun, former governor of Ogun State. Okay. People are like, why is he coming out? I feel he's a strong man from the south. And mind you, Ogun State, during his regime in Ogun State, he contributed in the development of industries. Mind you, just after Ogun State really capitalized them being neighbors to Lagos, and he really did well from my own point of view. So it's more like coming out from like an industrialist. Okay, and right now Nigeria needs to improve on its economy, and he's coming from that end. Okay, I think also from the south bloc he is a strong candidate.
So you're saying on the terms of improving Nigeria's economy, he is actually someone we should look at in getting. Okay.
Then we have Ayem Pius Ayem. Ayem Pius Ayem, former governor of Ebonyi State, was there for 8 years. Former Senate president. Okay, he is a strong contender as far as I'm concerned because he is calm. He's somebody that listens to people. Okay, he's a true Democrat. Yes, and mind you, for this power to go to the south, the north should have this assurance that this person will protect their interest. And I see Ayem Pius as somebody that is collaborative, that can do that can unite the two sides of the coin. Then we have Bello Yahaya. That's Yahaya Bello, governor of Kogi State. He just came out during the weekends to declare his interest to run. His strong point, or his strong point is that he's young. Which we understand, he's young. But his weak points, I have two weak points for him. One, people can't really see what he has done in Kogi State. Kogi is a poor reading state. I'm not shy about that. I'm not going to shy away about that because he hasn't done personally. I don't think he has done well for.
You don't think he has done enough to get your vote?
Yes, Nigeria is a big responsibility. I don't think that he has taken care of that Kogi responsibility.
Okay.
Also, indication, like I told you, if the party is zoned to, if the presidential seat is zoned to the south, I don't think he will be up there.
Okay. Shortly, Mr. Victor, before we continue, let's go on this short break. All right, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussion segment. Do stay with us. Okay, you're welcome back from that short break, and we'll continue from where we stopped. Mr. Victor, let's continue with our discussion, please.
Okay, so we have Emefiele Godwin.
Okay.
Okay. Currently the governor of CBN, and that's the Central Bank of Nigeria. And he hasn't come out to make his intention known, but we've seen his campaign trail. We've seen just last weekend, we saw vehicles that were branded his name, okay, from the party of the APC. I think it will be sad, personally, it will be sad to note that if he comes out to say that he wants to run for the seat of the president, because he's the current CBN governor, and I expect him to have resigned before now than to be dragging his feet. Okay, come out clean, resign, and if you want to, it's your right if you want to become president, but you are supposed to have resigned, and let's focus on other things. Okay. Then we have Emmanuel Odom of Akwa Ibom. He's an industrialist. He's young. Those are his strong points. But his weak point is that you cannot use just Akwa Ibom to compare the big block of Nigeria. I think he hasn't, for me, he hasn't been tested properly, personally.
Okay.
Okay. We have Kayode Fayemi of the APC. He's from Ekiti State.
Okay.
And I see him, current minister, I see him as a smart man, okay? And I see him as a nation builder, personally. He's very intelligent, but I think he still needs more. I mean, more of capacity. He has connections, fine, but I think in terms of capacity,
Capacity in what sense?
In sense of one, you know, to become a president in this country, you must have the money.
Okay.
You must have that money.
Okay.
I don't see him at some, unless he wants to surprise us. That's my personal that's my personal opinion. Okay. Then we have Hayatuddin Mohammed of Hayatuddin Mohammed. He's a politician, but not up there. Okay. Although he's known for his technocrat part. He was a former manager, bank manager, and he has headed some financial institutions. Okay. He's from Borno State, and he thinks that he is the right candidate. Personally, I don't see him as a strong political person, as in he doesn't have the numbers as far as I'm concerned. Okay, he has the experience in terms of his age, but I don't think him politically. I don't think he's up there. Okay. Then we have Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan, there are insinuations that he wants to come out through the APC, or they are pleading, or all manner of language or phrases have been used that he wants to come out. They want to bring him. They want to do that's from the APC block. Okay. Personally, like I said before, now I don't think he should be coming out. It is not necessary. Okay. People also use the term that he's the favored one because of his antecedent, the way he came into power. Mind you, a little bit of history, please. Mind you, he was deputy governor. Okay, until Alamesi, not until Alamesi had problems with the law that he was made governor.
Okay.
Then he came back the following year to go for a second term, just winning the election. Lo and behold, the former president of blessed memory, the Yaradua, Yar'Adua was able to now call him, please come and be my vice. From being vice, Yar'Adua gave way, died, he became president. Well, for now, I don't think he's
So you don't think
no,
you don't think that play of grace could remanifest
no, not at all. We have Mohammed Bala of Bauchi State. Bauchi State. What recent thing do you know is happening in Bauchi State? I don't think there is anything much happening there. He was former FCT minister. For me, sorry, thank you.
But don't you think writing off some aspirants simply because in their various should I say constitutions, in their various states, they are not really making the noise? Don't you think that will be like judging a book by the cover?
We need somebody that has a good manifesto.
Okay.
That's if you really come to politics.
If you must be the president of a country as big as Nigeria.
Yes, let's not. Unless you are now talking about luck, which luck has also favored some persons like a good luck Jonathan. Then we have the Momodu, the Dele Momodu. Okay. Dele Momodu, we know him as a journalist, a strong journalist. I'm even shocked that he's coming out. He's from the Yoruba, that's from Osun State. I don't see him as a strong contender because of he does not have that cash.
Okay.
Although I was also surprised to see him buy the farm. The farm is 40 million naira. In as much as one or two friends and connections can come together and buy a farm for you. Personally, he does not have the cash to make this move. Okay. Unless grace or favor comes back. Then we have the P2P, during his reign as governor of Anambra State. That is his top manifesto because he is somebody that really transformed Anambra as a whole. And he's somebody that Nigerians think that he has that economic prowess to push the nation forward. And Nigeria needs money now. So if you're talking about economics and security, those are the two major things we should be looking out for. Okay. And I think he has that. So
you believe Peter Obi should be a strong candidate
personally,
for presidency?
Yeah, personally. Then we have the Ogbonnaya Ono. Ogbonnaya Ono is former military governor of the old Imo Abia State.
Okay.
And he was presidential candidate. Yes, he was presidential candidate in 1999 during Olusegun Obasanjo and Falaye. Okay, so he had to step down for Falaye, and fortunately for his own clique or for his own side, they lost the election by Olusegun Obasanjo winning. Then we have Yemi Osinbajo, the current vice president. He has not declared his interest yet, but we see him as a young person. We see him as vibrant. We see him as Nigerians see him as vibrant. See him as some Nigerians, please. Mind you, there are still
intellectually.
There are still.
Do we think he's up there intellectually?
Yes, he's a lawyer, an astute lawyer, a strong one. And but the weakness for him is that one, he has a godfather, which I will come back to that. And we see him also as somebody that he wasn't so vocal during this administration because he was playing the loyalty thing. When Nigeria needed to come out, he wasn't there. Yeah. Then we have the Saraki, the Bukola Saraki, former governor of Kwara State, one-time Senate president of the Federation. Okay, the good part for him is that he's young, he's strongly connected, he's a strong politician, and what else? Not too young to run. He really pushed for it. And yes, during his regime as Senate president, the National Assembly almost collapsed. If not for his strength, I think, if not for his strength to carry on, there could have been consequences. And I see him as a top candidate. We have Timothy Silva. Timothy Silva, for me, he shouldn't be there, although he hasn't declared. But for money, mind you, if you are Minister of Petroleum in this country, we see you as somebody that has money.
Yes.
Because of history, like Desiani. Like Desiani, after her rule, we were like, wow, so this woman was able to make this kind of money. Okay, so for money, I think he has the money to go head on with these guys. We have the Tambuwal. What do you have about Tambuwal, former current governor of Sokoto and former speaker of the House of Representatives. And he's coming from that experience. But for me, Sokoto, what much has he really done for Sokoto? Unless grace and favor comes by. Then we have Tinubu himself, Bola Tinubu, the Jagaban of Africa. He is, for me, the top candidate for the APC.
Why do you say so?
Okay, because he has that. I've been mentioning connection. He has the super connection. And what about cash? He has the money. He has the money. Okay? He's the father of the Southwest politics.
Okay.
So
speaking of connections, do you really think connection should be the main thing to be the president of a nation?
Oh, sure. Just like some persons go to we did not mention Owele Rocha. Just like when you go to the presidency, he will always tell you, see, go and consult. You need to consult. No two ways about that. You need those connections because you also need your blocks in different zones that will mobilize supporters for you.
Okay.
Yes. Then we have the David Umahi. He came out some months ago, about two months ago, to declare his interest. Not until he started having issues with his own state, the Ebonyi state, as in with the court. But in terms of development, from this part of the block of Nigeria, we are seeing him because if you go to Ebonyi state, you will see his development, especially when it comes to roads and rural development. I think I give him that. And what else? In terms of popularity, I don't think he is that popular enough to become the president of this country.
Okay.
Personally.
Shortly, Mr. Victor, please, before you continue, let's go on another short break. And when we come back, we'll take you down these phase and then we'll call it a wrap on today's show. Please stay with us. Okay, you're welcome back from that quick break. And let's take you straight now from where we stopped in our discussion segment. Mr. Victor, let's continue from where we stopped.
So we have Governor Wike as the last one on the list. Okay, he's a strong point. He has the money. He is strong, physically and mentally. Okay? In terms of development, Rivers State, to some extent, especially when it comes to the Port Harcourt metropolis, you find out that he has done well, okay, because his flyovers are all over there flying, and he has also done well in terms of infrastructure in general.
So you see Governor Wike as strong enough a candidate to come out for the
yes, he is strong. He has the money. He has the age. Okay, and the South, we cannot run away from that. The South seems to be the favored side of the country now because of the North. We are coming from the North. Okay, there should be a few that the South should take the position at the moment. Okay, so I see Wike as a strong contender, but his weak points, he can be a bully.
Most times.
Yeah, many a times. Okay, I don't know which time to use. Okay, he seemed to be a bully, but he came out recently now to say that anywhere the PDP zones the presidential seat to, if it doesn't favor him, that he will join, he will still be PDP and he will support any candidate. And I love that from him. Maybe he has also had these sirens on the air that he's a bully. Remember the altercation he had with Edo State governor just of recent. So I think he is a strong contender, and I don't know how the North will see him, but from the South side, I think he's a strong contender.
All right, Mr. Victor, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on those candidates and the headlines for today. Thank you so much. We feel really good for having you today.
Thank you, sir.
All right, for those of you who may not really be aware or may not really know much about our 2023 general elections candidates, well, this weekend, coming on from every weekend from now, we'll be having a particular show where we'll be dissecting on the candidates for the 2023 general elections. We'll be talking on them, discussing their lifestyle, their portfolios, all they have to offer, and then we'll bring you vital information on the lifestyle of these candidates, so you will be aware of who your candidates are and who, of course, you really want to vote for come 2023. Thank you so much for sticking there. This is Staff TV once again. Please do well to subscribe and turn on the notification bells in your YouTube, so you would be notified on when we do come online and when we upload our new videos. This is where we call it a wrap on today's segment of the newspaper review. My name remains Cyril Aloysius, and until we come your way again next time, do have a wonderful day.